After building my career as a hairdresser here in the United States, I am newly married and now starting a whole new journey, and we're moving abroad, and I'm taking you with me. So this decision was not random. We have been talking about it for a couple years now. We've been researching it, and we came up with 5 reasons why we're actually doing it. The first one is cost of living and financial freedom. So we started realizing that we could actually live a better quality of life while spending less outside of the US. So we started really looking at what our day-to-day life actually cost. And so for me, it's not even just about saving money, it's what the money actually gets you. You have more freedom, you have less stress, and you're not feeling like you're constantly having to work to stay above water. And I don't know about you, but as a hairdresser, it was so physically demanding. I was standing up like 12 hours a day. I couldn't even remember my first client that I did at the end of the day because I did so many clients and it was so physically draining. I loved the communication. I loved talking to people, but it felt like I could never work enough to keep up with the lifestyle in the US. So we were kind of like, if we were given the option to live somewhere that gives us more breathing room financially, why wouldn't we explore that? So that's what we did. And we found that there are a few things that are cheaper, because I know you're gonna ask. One is housing. And a lot of places abroad, you can find a cute apartment or house that is nicer than your apartment at home, and it's less than what you'd pay for here. So sometimes, and it's in a better location too. Another thing with cost of living was, or is, food and groceries. Not only is it less expensive to eat out there and also to cook for yourself, but the food is just fresher. You actually go and they have markets on the street with fish that they caught that day. They don't go through as much production, and they honestly do taste better. Going out to eat doesn't always have to be a big financial decision. Another thing with cost of living is transportation. So we're choosing to not have a car. So not having a car note, not having insurance, and just using what's called iDrive where we're going is a lot cheaper. And then cost of living for our lifestyle. Things that seem like luxury here, like wellness, self-care, certain beauty services, can be way more accessible abroad because they take those things as daily routines, not just a luxury service. Another reason why we're leaving is safety and peace of mind. And I'm gonna be very careful when I say this. This is not about saying one place is good and one place is bad. It's just about how we feel in our day-to-day life. And for me, I've realized I wanna feel a little bit more at ease just in a normal everyday things like going out, moving around, living our life. So, and again, it's not about hating where we live. It's not about hating the US, but it's hard to ignore how normalizing things like everyday shootings and crime has become everyday life. Even just seeing it constantly like on the news is so stressful. We talked about that too. Are we gonna watch American news while we're out of the country? And I think the answer is gonna be just a little bit because we wanna be informed, but not to where it creates this underlying tension that you don't realize that you're carrying every day. And I know there's nowhere that's perfect. Every place has its own challenges, but I do think that the environment that we're in now can definitely be improved, and we can feel more relaxed day by day in a different country. And reason number 3 is rebuilding and expanding. I say he's retired and I'm inspired. I feel like I've already lived a whole career lifestyle as a hairdresser, and now I'm at the point where I want to experience something completely different. And moving abroad feels like it's a reset for us, not in a negative way, but like it's intentional and it's what we want to do, and it's where we're going. It's like we're choosing to step out of what's familiar so that we can see what else is possibility out there for us. And I think sometimes you get so used to your environment, you have to stop and question if it still fits who you're becoming. And we both talked about this before. It's not about running away. It's about growing into something new. And I don't want to stay the same version of myself for the rest of my life just because it's comfortable and familiar. I want to expand, I want to grow, and I want to be in an uncomfortable space. And that's what we're doing. I think the biggest risk is not changing anything at all and just staying. The fourth reason why we chose to move abroad is healthcare. And we are part of TRICARE. I'm a part of TRICARE now, being a military spouse, and they have access to great healthcare over there. And if you need public healthcare, their healthcare is a lot less expensive. Being in the beauty industry, you start to realize and understand how important access to care is. I have a heart condition, I have a disability, and so we started thinking about what that looks like long term, not just right now, but as we build our life together. It made us curious about how other places structure their healthcare and their costs and their access overall. And again, I'm not saying anywhere is perfect. It's just, we were just exploring where life feels more sustainable for us in every area, not just work and lifestyle. So healthcare was just another piece of the big decision for us. It was important to us that we went somewhere that had good healthcare and affordable healthcare. So the number one reason why we are choosing to leave the United States and live abroad is our lifestyle and building a life we actually want to live. At the end of the day, all of these reasons, cost of living, safety, growth, they all lead back to the lifestyle that we want to create for ourselves. We want to build a life that actually feels good to live in, not just a life that looks good on paper or online, or we're constantly trying to keep up and survive. For us, it's about waking up and feeling aligned with our life and what we are creating. We wanted to create, we had a vision of what we wanted, and we put it all on paper, we researched it, and now we're going after it. So the number one reason for us is why we're making this move is because we're choosing a life that feels more intentional, more free, and more us. And we are going to just document this whole thing until we figure out if we're gonna do this, we're going all in, and y'all are gonna see it. So I'm excited that you are following our journey. I'll be posting every week. Please continue to follow us to see what we are learning and experiencing. Thank you so much for your support, and please follow my channel. Please like and subscribe. It helps more than you know.